Now, Storm and Broncos. I'm getting to the grand final. Storm and Broncos have arrived in Sydney. What's the latest coming out of the camps?
Not a lot yet, Dan. They've sort of arrived in Sydney. Obviously, big fan day at Brisbane this morning. They had 7,000 fans there. But, yeah, low-key arrival for both sides. And aside from Stefano, it's been a pretty low-key build-up so far.
Yeah, not much to report, Dan. Sorry about this, but
just the construction work going on at the Brisbane.
That's been happening for.
I know.
Can you fix up your people at the Brisbane airport? That's been going on forever.
There's Peter Bedell and Bomber Bedell.
Nice crowd at the Broncos training
I don't know how many.
session.
What they said about 6 or
7,000
people there. Like the shirt, so that was good. That was probably the people that couldn't get to the game. They said that was the biggest ticket chasing game, I think, in the history.
250,000.
250,000 people chased. That's more than any concert or anything that has been at that stadium.
And you know,
so you've got to do your research.
The game
Bigger than
sold
Taylor
out.
Swift.
Bigger than Tay-Tay.
This game sold out yesterday, which of course you think a grand final, of course it sells out. That's pretty early for a rugby league grand final that we sell out yesterday.
Do you know what? And that's the product then.
100%.
Everybody's about the six again, and we sit here and we tend to complain all the time, and I'm one of them. But then when you look at where the game's got, like I was a bit bored with the game about 10 years ago. It was like a wrestlathon. The way they've cleaned it up, the way the athletes have come back into it. If you look at that game in Canberra, if you look at the game on Sunday, Dan, like you're calling a lot of these games, do you think the product's better?
I don't remember it being as exciting. I don't remember people being as excited.
Yep.
You could pick it apart. You can talk about too many set restarts. You can find things wrong with it if you want to.
But the fans
I just don't remember it being as exciting and unpredictable as it is.
I reckon it also highlights the buzz around the Broncos.
100%.
I've won a comp in nearly 20 years, and Reece Walsh is just an excitement machine, and people want to go and watch him play.
Well, 2015 is the best atmosphere grand final I've been at, and there were no Sydney teams. It was Cowboys, Broncos. And with all due respect to the Cowboys fans,
Are you going
great,
to Queensland on holidays then?
it was the Broncos.
Bulldogs.
It was the Broncos fans that made that.
Yeah.
And there were 38,000 Queenslanders came down. Obviously, a lot of Cowboys fans as well.
How was Sunday, Dan? They said so. You've caught Origin up there. I reckon that's one of the greatest atmospheres ever.
I can't remember it being louder. It might have been when Ben Hunt ran away in Origin and scored. That was a pretty loud roar.
Yeah.
When Reynolds kicked that goal, I'd say that was at least the equal. Nice. Daytime footy. Now, I need an explanation here, Reedy. Because the normal host of this show, I'm going to give you a chance here, because the normal host of this show absolutely ripped you apart. As Gordy said, he ripped you apart like a hot chook. Reedy's Law. Can you explain this to me, please?
Is this my theory about you need to have to win the comp?
I need it explained.
Okay, to win the comp, Dan, you need to be in the top 4 in attack.
Yes.
And it's traditionally, historically, not every year, but historically, top 4 attack, top 4 defence to win the comp.
It can't be a law if it's only every now and then.
No, it's historical, Dan. It's a law of probabilities.
All right.
Boom, there you go. So that tells you.
Wow.
That's an old photo of me.
You forgot to mention you got a law degree as well.
Yeah, I got a law degree. That says to me...
Wait, my God, he's looking at your photo.
Mate, do you still have that shirt on tonight?
I still got that shirt on.
That's about 2006.
Yeah, it is roughly, yeah.
So, all right, so you got the Storm.
Yep.
I'll help you out. They're in the top 4 of both.
Which tells you they should start this grand final as distinct favourites, Dan.
So Broncos, because their defence is not in the top 4, you are officially tonight, Wednesday night, writing them
I
off.
can't do that because I always tip the Broncos. I'm a Broncos man. I went to their first ever game down. I can't write them off, but I would say they need a miracle.
What? So,
I believe in miracles.
okay, so what? So who are you going for?
Brisbane.
Privately, who do you think's going to win?
What do you mean?
Well, Reedy's Law.
Privately.
What do you think Reedy's Law says?
Listen, I'm just throwing him under the bus. Mate, because in the green room he goes, I think Melbourne will win. But publicly, I'm going to go for Brisbane.
Oh, Gordy,
Reedy, no, I can't let you get away with it.
See.
Mate, see, that's where the part-time Queenslander comes in.
Oh, here we go.
Okay. I had a fear, Gordy. So it was one of the greatest things I've been at on Sunday. But as are all the officials and the
way they carried on.
They deserve to. It was that sort of day.
Well, it was the moment.
I feared, is this their grand final? They did it 2 weeks ahead before against Canberra. Melbourne's run has been much easier. Much less dramatic, let's say. How do you assess the runs
Look, if you read
coming
into
in?
it, the way Melbourne walked off the field with their press conference, it's still business. They know that it's unfinished. Brisbane, to celebrate that, I don't think it was over the top. I think It was the moment. I think it was the atmosphere. Everybody I spoke to said it's the greatest atmosphere. I think they just went along with the fans. I think they just went along with the ride. I don't think it was over
But
the
it was
top.
a hell of a ride, Gordy. It's
Yeah.
got to take something out of them.
Or it's got to keep them up there.
They did end Penrith Panthers run as well, right? So there's every reason to celebrate. I'm with Gordy. I don't think it's over the top there. Like, if you can't celebrate...
Mick, if you were there, it was totally appropriate.
Yeah.
Totally
Yes.
appropriate. But at the same time,
Yeah.
it's not the grand final yet.
Yeah, but I don't think you sit there and think, oh, they're carrying on too much. They've just won the grand final. And I get Gordy's point's 100% right. Melbourne won't be satisfied unless they lift that trophy, right? Brisbane have had a good year, regardless of the outcome come Sunday night. But yeah, I don't think they're sitting there thinking these scenes are over the top.
5 times, Reedy, they've
Yeah.
come back from 14 or more down to win, which is
Can't keep doing that.
astonishing. I was going to say, if Melbourne's up 14-0, they're in trouble.
Yeah. Like that,
No, you
can't-
said that against Penrith.
They can do it.
You can't keep. At some point, you're going to run out of luck. You're going to run out of time. You're going to run out of.
What they don't run out of is key players that can turn a
Yeah.
game. They've still got them all in there. So I don't think 14 points scares them, regardless of who they're playing against.
Yeah.
Gordy, can you please not listen to my radio call and shove it back in my face? Because you are right. I said at 14-0, the
did you?
game was over.
Oh, did you? No, well, I think it was 98 times.
No one beats Penrith
I think
when
it
they're
was
up
something like
14-0.
98 times or something that Penrith were ahead
Yeah.
by 12 or more.
That's right.
And never been run down.
Now, you brought up Stefano Utoikamanu and his comments. It's really the only event of the build-up so far. Craig Bellamy finally addressed those comments. Have a look at his response.
Yeah, I really haven't seen too much. I know he made a statement or whatever he did in West Ham, but down here you don't see too much about rugby league. So, but like I said, I'm not quite sure what he said.
I was the one that had to tell Craig, which it was an interesting reaction when I first told Craig.
Might have been a light-hearted thing. I'm not quite sure. But as I said, I didn't see it. We haven't known too much about it this week.
Hang on. Hang on.
But he might not have seen it.
So we got Billy. I didn't
He's
see
been
it.
told of it.
But Frank Panisi's given him up.
No, he said he went and told him, but
Yeah.
Craig said that he hadn't seen it.
Yeah.
So this was Stefano. He's backed it up. Because he made comments that didn't get much traction last week. But he made comments about Fanua Blake. He basically said, leave him to me.
For the first time, I'm loving it. Like when Reece Walsh last week, right, when they were talking to, because it's he versus Cleary, right? And he goes, what about Nathan Cleary? He goes, well, what about us?
good
Or
was
what
that?
about me? That's
Yeah.
cool, right?
Yeah.
He didn't get shot down for it. And that helped build the game. With Stefano, like, mate, a lot of the players become cardboard cutouts because when they say something, we go, oh, and then I just saw it there. Mate, he said it. I love the way he said it. He put himself on show. He doesn't put his teammates. He's the one that's got to run into Payne and Paddy Carrigan and those boys, and I'm sure he'll do it.
Those comments I know weren't directed at Payne Haas.
How do you know?
Because I know, Gordy, I've done some digging.
What
and
sort of
they
digging?
definitely
With a
shovel.
pick or a shovel there?
Yeah.
Just making
With
sure.
a phone, Gordy. They definitely weren't directed at Payne Haas. But his battle with
Oh,
Payne
so he's
Haas...
backtracking now.
No, I'm not. No,
Are you going to name names?
No, I'm not going to name names, but it wasn't Payne Haas. But it's but I'm sure his battle with Payne
You're
Haas.
leaving us hanging there
I
already.
know. His battle with Payne. Yeah, you'll guess. His battle with Payne Haas is going to be crucial. I mean, that's pretty obvious, right? Because he has been phenomenal since Origin.
Is the
Stefano.
player he's talking about wear a number that's less than 2?
Dan, I can't.
Oh,